Hello there and welcome to today's video. It is a phone call video today. I've been really struggling this week in trying to make a video. My motivation seems to have drastically reduced, which is really unlike me. As an artist, I've often got lots of different ideas buzzing around in my head, and I've generally got a lot of enthusiasm and motivation when it comes to creating things like YouTube videos. But yeah, gosh, I'm really struggling at the moment. And of course, this is really frustrating because I have so many ideas for great video themes and topics. And yeah, I just wish that I could, well, wish them into existence really, because I'm really struggling with the actual work involved in making these videos. But yeah, it's tricky. So basically, I've had a couple of things go on recently. One is which that I've over the last kind of month or two have had to tweak my HRT, and I realise this won't be relatable to all of you out there, but I do try my best to rep the perimenopausal and menopausal autistic people out there, because it's a conversation that I think doesn't come up enough on YouTube. So I do, where possible, try and talk about it for just to show a bit of support to others out there who are also struggling. But basically, I've gone on to progesterone every day, and it's, gosh, really challenging, I have to say. It's basically making me feel like I'm kind of not myself. As I've said, I'm really struggling with motivation, and I'm just really tired all the time, which I really hate. I just want to get my energy and enthusiasm back, and it's proving difficult really. I think the problem is here in the UK we have to see our GP about everything, so we don't have gynecologists that are easily available. So invariably our GPs aren't always terribly informed about menopause, so it means that we have to do a lot of figuring stuff out on an individual basis. So it's really difficult to try and work out a new regime. And of course, you have to trial things for a certain length of time. So it means that you can feel really out of sorts for quite some time, really. And I certainly am at the moment. And additionally, I was in hospital a few weeks ago for heart tachycardia, so it's kind of fast palpitations, and everything's fine, but it means that I might have or probably will have more episodes of this tachycardia, and it's really quite an unpleasant experience when you're going through it. And in all honesty, I'm really nervous of it happening again, so I'm really reluctant to raise my heart rate through high intensity exercise. So I was kind of getting back into jogging earlier this year, just slow jogging, and maybe a couple of miles at a time. So nothing too kind of drastic really. I'm not hugely into high intensity exercise, but I finally figured out that I really enjoyed slow jogging a year or two ago. So I was trying to get back into it, and of course I'm really nervous to get out there jogging at the moment. It just feels like I'm going through these changes at the moment, and of course many autistic people really struggle with change, and there can be a whole multitude of knock-on effects whenever we have to go through any kind of change really. And for me, I really get a lot of safety and security out of routine, and it's something that has become really important to me. Certainly through my perimenopausal years, I've really zoned in on routine. But of course, this has kind of been shifted over the last few weeks, so I've just felt really fatigued. And as a consequence of this, I just feel like I'm in kind of creative burnout at the moment, which is so frustrating. It's something that I experience fairly infrequently, really. Even if I'm not able to create in the ways that I want to, for instance, my clay work, you'll see the models here. Um, I'm a sculptor, so I've, sculpted most days over the last 10 years, but certainly over the last year, I've really struggled with clay because of various reactions that I get these days. So, in order to combat this, I pivoted into making content here on Creative Autistic. So it came at just the right time, actually, my autism diagnosis, because it allowed me to have this new kind of creative endeavor, which I absolutely love. And it's just so frustrating that I can't make all of these videos that I really want to make. So I'm just really hoping that I can get into some kind of semblance of routine again in the next few weeks, because it's just so important to me. And autistic people often have monotropic ways of thinking or monotropic brains, so we kind of like to focus in on one thing at a time. But of course, when you're struggling with change, it's almost like we're kind of hyper focused or hyper fixating on the consequences of these changes. So we're not able to fully concentrate on the things that bring us joy and enthusiasm and help to raise our kind of energy levels. I don't even know if this is making any sense at all. I really hope it is. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of show up today to say hello and tell you how I'm feeling. Really to, try and have some kind of routine going on. I didn't actually think I'd be able to make a video this week, so I'm hoping to be able to post this one just so that, yeah, I can get back into some kind of order, because I'm feeling like I'm kind of free falling at the moment, which I'm not enjoying. So anyway, I'm really sorry that today's video is a massive moan. Um, but I just want to, be honest about my experience as an autistic person. Sometimes we're just not able to do stuff, and it's fine. We're human beings, we're not machines. So sometimes we're just not able to do the stuff that we want to do. So, I just want to provide a bit of kind of authenticity really to the channel, because I think it's really important. So anyway, I would love to know if you struggle with change as well, because I know that very many of you out there do. And if you've been able to devise strategies or anything that kind of helps really, because I think it takes a lot of time for any change to be kind of fully processed really. And yeah, it takes a lot of mental energy and sometimes a lot of physical energy too. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences down below. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. I just desperately hope I'm able to bring you a fully formed video next week, something with a solid theme and yeah, solid discussion points really. So yeah, I'm just sorry that I wasn't able to bring you something like that today, but you got this instead. So yeah, thank you for watching. Give it a like if you got this far, and I'll see you again soon.